Fetch me the shroff and weigh thy money. So she gave me the price of what goods I had gotten for her, and more, and fell to talking freely with me, till I was like to die of joy and delight. Presently she asked me, Hast thou a wife? And I answered, No, indeed. I have never known a woman, and began to shed tears. Quoth she, Why weepest thou? Quoth I, It is nothing. Then giving the eunuch some of the gold pieces, I begged him to go between in the matter, but he laughed and said, She is more in love with thee than thou with her. She hath no occasion for the stuff she hath bought of thee, and did all this only for the love of thee. So ask of her what thou wilt, and she will deny thee nothing. When she saw me giving the dinars to the eunuch, she returned and sat down again, and I said to her, Be charitable to thy slave, and pardon him what he is about to say. Then I told her what was in my mind, and she assented and said to the eunuch, Thou shalt carry my message to him, adding to me, And do thou whatso the eunuch biddeth thee. Then she got up and went away, and I paid the merchants their monies, and they all profited. But as for me, regret at the breaking off of our intercourse was all my gain, and I slept not the whole of that night. However, before many days passed, our eunuch came to me, and I entreated him honorably, and asked him after his mistress. Truly, she is sick with love of thee, he replied, and I rejoined, Tell me who and what she is. Quoth he, The lady Zubaydah, queen consort of Harun al-Rashid, brought her up as a rearling, and hath advanced her to be stewardess of the harem, and gave her the right of going in and out of her own sweet will. She spoke to her lady of thee, and begged her to marry her to thee, but she said, I will not do this till I see the young man, and if he be worthy of thee, I will marry thee to him. So now we look for the moment to smuggle thee into the palace, and if thou succeed in entering privily, thou wilt win thy wish to wed her. But if the affair get wind, the lady Zubaydah will strike off thy head. What sayest thou to this? I answered, I will go with thee and abide the risk whereof thou speakest. Then said he, As soon as it is night, go to the mosque built by the lady on the Tigris, and pray the night prayers, and sleep there. With love and gladness, cried I. So at nightfall I repaired to the mosque, where I prayed and passed the night. With earliest dawn, behold, came sundry eunuchs in a skiff with a number of empty chests which they deposited in the mosque. Then all of them went their ways but one, and looking curiously at him, I saw he was our go-between. Presently in came the handmaiden, my mistress, walking straight up to us, and I rose to her and embraced her while she kissed me and shed tears. We talked a while, after which she made me get into one of the chests, which she locked upon me. Presently the other eunuchs came back with a quantity of packages, and she fell to stowing them in the chests, which she locked down, one by one, till all were shut. When all was done, the eunuchs embarked the chests in the boat, and made for the lady's palace. With this, thought began to beset me, and I said to myself, Verily thy lust and wantonness will be the death of thee, and the question is, after all, shalt thou win to thy wish or not? And I began to weep, boxed up as I was in the box, and suffering from cramp, and I prayed Allah that he deliver me from the dangerous strait I was in, whilst the boat gave not over going on till it reached the palace gate, where they lifted out the chests, and amongst them that in which I was. Then they carried them in, passing through a troop of eunuchs, guardians of the harem, and of the ladies behind the curtain, till they came to the post of the which never yet shamed the sayer. There is no majesty and there is no might save in Allah, the glorious, the great. I and only I have brought this calamity upon myself. Presently I heard the Caliph say to my mistress, "A plague on thee! What is in those boxes?" And she answered, "Dresses for the lady." Whereupon he opened them before me. When I heard this, I died my death outright and said to myself, "By Allah, today is the very last of my days in this world. If I come safe out of this, I am to marry her, and no more words." But detection stares me in the face, and my head is as good as stricken off. Then I repeated the profession of faith, saying, "There is no God but the God, and Mohammed is the apostle of God." And Shahrazad perceived the dawn of day, and ceased to say her permitted say. When it was the 28th night, she said, "It hath reached me, O auspicious king, that the young merchant continued as follows. Now when I testified, I bear witness that there is no God save thee, God. I heard my mistress the handmaid declare to the Caliph, "These chests, O commander of the faithful, have been committed to my charge by the lady, and she doth not wish their contents to be seen by anyone." "No matter," quoth the Caliph, "needs must they be opened. I will see what is in them." And he cried aloud to the eunuchs, "Bring the chest here before me." At this I made sure of death without benefit of a doubt, and swooned away. Then the eunuchs brought the chests up to him one after another, and he fell to inspecting the contents, but he saw in them only otters and stuff.